Hey guys, good morning. Let's see who's here. Your spoiledness. Notification gang gang. Good morning. Hi, Miss Blue. Who else was here early? I think it was your spoiledness. If you are not a mod here, just give me a minute. Let me see. I do need to go and check my list. I don't even know who, I don't go live here a lot yet, but I hope to more and more and more. Guys, we have an important question. Like, this weekend has been a joke with Jasmine. Oh, hold on one second, girl. Let me see what's going on here. I have no makeup on at all. Hold on. Maybe I shouldn't even turn this light on. Okay. Give me one sec, guys. I'm talking, but just give me a sec. Y'all, I just got off car pickup. I literally got off car pickup and I'm like, okay. I didn't even intend. My first thought wasn't even to come not to come live, but I don't know. I just didn't have a plan as far as like makeup or anything. And I just noticed I've got some hyperpigmentation on my nose and it's okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you're not in the chat yet, it's only 10 minutes. So go get your coffee, go get yourself, and go ahead and come on in. I should have just made it 5 minutes, but it's just 10 minutes, guys. So if you're outside and you're not inside yet, don't worry. Members and mods, we're going to do that later. So guys, don't forget members and mods today over on Love Lies and Lacefronts. We are going to Atlanta, guys. We are going to talk Camel Toe Estates. I watched 3 episodes of Keisha. Girl, Keisha was talking her ass off in a video yesterday that made me think of this topic. Guys, just give me a minute. I'm getting myself together. I'm just getting myself just a little bit better than carpool, okay? Girl, if you guys have been keeping up with Keisha Anderson, you know what I'm talking about. She had a video, I think it was 3 vlogs ago. We'll talk about it this afternoon. She literally, I don't know who the person was. Maybe some of you guys know. I don't know. I don't know enough of the voices. I've only been watching Keisha's channel for about a year now. She was talking to someone and she said, "You are definitely going to be in my wedding." If you guys know what I'm talking about. This girl, she talked her ass off to this girl on the phone. And the woman she was talking to could not get a word in edgewise. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't even know if this person knew that they were being recorded. I would assume she told them. There were parts that she cut out. So she was doing most of the talking. There were a couple of times where the person would give a little, hey, good morning, would give a little kind of like, yes, oh, okay, whatever, and it was just kind of like, damn, Keisha, you're talking your ass off, girl. Seriously. Like, wow. And she was talking about all kinds of stuff. And like I said, we'll talk about it. We're getting ready to go to do a Camel Toe Estates update later today. It'll be members and mods, I think. And y'all, I'm just thinking, yesterday we watched a little bit of Jasmine. Jasmine was talking, telling all of her business. Jasmine was telling everybody how she does everything, how her and Chris pay bills, who didn't pay a bill. Someone in the house couldn't pay the light bill and someone else had to come up from behind and pay something. Is that normal? Absolutely. But does everybody have to know about who didn't have enough to pay their share and their portion of the bills? It's just incredible to me. So let me say hi to everybody. So my gang stars, good morning, babies. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate all of you who've subscribed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What's different about over here than over at Love Lies and Lacefronts? We're not, it's we're having a conversation about what's going on, period. Like we could sit up here and talk about Rihanna if we want. Like we're going to talk about whatever we want to. Okay. It's still reactions, reviews, and commentary, but it's whatever topic. I'm going to drop the call in. And if you would like to call in, you are more than welcome. And I would love to hear your opinions on this bullshit, okay? Because it's absolutely ridiculous. I just don't understand how people can tell so much of their business and be mad because you told so much of your business. So your spoiledness, Miss Blue, Shay, Camila, Treese, Cassandra, Hey Kiki, Mastermind, Once Upon a Twin Mom Life, Anisha, Shay, hi boo boo. Let's see. Your spoiledness, first one in. Michelle D. Good morning, honey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, I dropped the call in. If you want to call in, please do. I'm just trying to figure out, like, whose fault is this? Keisha has an anti-bullying now. So now it's this whole thing of bullying. I don't know. I've got my impressions on it. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Guys, I took my braids out. Keisha's got this whole anti-bullying thing, I think is, there's nothing wrong with the anti-bullying campaign. Let the truth be told, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But the weird thing about Keisha is that she talks so much. She is kind of betraying herself in the sense that now she's gotten herself into a thing where she went to go speak at a school. And again, we'll talk about it later when we talk about everything. But she went to an engagement at a school where she was doing kind of a social media speech to some children, talking to some students about social media and careers. It was a career day event, right? And basically, the thing that got me is that Keisha is on here and she is claiming she's being harassed and bullied. Meanwhile, she is harassing and bullying other people. Like you can't be I guess you can. Can you be harassed and bullied while you're being harassed and bullied? Like I don't even get what she's talking about. And Jasmine, can you be harassed and bullied about your own information that you're putting out? And while you're harassing and bullying, while you're doxing, while you're giving out too much of people's information, and while you're running your mouth too much, why are you complaining? Like, this is classic throw a rock, hide your hand. This is classic do as I say, not as I do, classic victim. And just like I've gotten the poll, if you share too much, I meant to say, whose fault is it? theirs for talking, yours for sharing, I guess someone like me doing commentary, or social media for allowing. Like, thankfully, so far, none of you have voted social media, because social media is us and it is them, right? Like, we can't have it both ways. If you don't want people talking about your business, stop talking about your business. If you don't want people talking about your finances, you don't want people talking about your money, you don't want people talking about how you do things, you don't want people all up in the crevices of your business, why are you sharing it so much? Is it really concern? Is it pissed offness? Is it just content? Because I find it hard to believe that a logical person could sit and actually think that you have a valid argument when you are saying people are weird for talking about your finances, when you told us that someone didn't have enough to pay the light bill, when you told us that you wanted a nanny or possibly a housekeeper, but you can't pay an entire light bill. Okay. Did you guys get this from notifications, or did you guys get this from me sharing on what's it called? Let me do this really quick. Okay. I'm going to share this in the Discord too. Okay, just to be sure everybody knows, but it's fine. People can come through on the replay. Sound advice is bullying to them too. Sound advice is Look, and you know what? Honestly, for me personally, as doing commentary on YouTube, on a channel that does specifically talk about other channels, I don't want to be in the position that I even feel like I'm giving advice anymore. I feel like I want to talk to you guys as a recommendation, but I don't want to feel so much like I am telling this one and that one and Keisha and Jasmine and Olivia what they need to be doing, because they certainly don't need my advice. I mean, they got into the troubles that they're in on their own, and they can get into the troubles that they're in on their own too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it's my duty. I'm not their big sis, I'm not their auntie, and I'm not their mother. I'm just here to talk about it. But it is good to offer up solutions, just because there are people out here who are listening who do need somebody of a sound mind and someone who may have been through some things once upon a time, who actually knows what the fuck they're talking about, because some of these people are absolute numbskulls. The ladies overshare and then get upset when it doesn't make sense. Absolutely. Guys, the call in is there if you guys want to call in. It was in my feed. I had to click set reminder. Okay, good. Yeah, I need to come over here more. I mean, I want, Love Lies and Lace Fronts specifically. I like to talk about episodes and do reactions to videos. Definitely, I want to do reactions over here, but they may be more relationship related. They may be, something on a different type of a topic. I've just seen things recently that I would love to talk about, but I just don't know I don't want to say Love Lies Lace Fronts worthy, but I think we come over there for a specific, like, mommy content. This is going to be mommy and whatever. This is just whatever I want to talk about and whatever I want to do commentary on. Okay. It's just going to be, this is going to be my brand of snarky, shady, bougie. Okay. Doesn't necessarily fit into mommy content. I think Love Lies and Lace Fronts is exclusively, for the most part, women's content, and specifically geared towards women, about women. And this is ever evolving. But I want it to make sense. Good morning. Hi, Moving in Silence. How are you? Lots going on at work. You know what, girl? I got work to do too. So yeah, I just, this is just an interesting thing because we see it all over the YouTube streets, and it's just kind of like, really, like, I'm not, for me, honestly, I'm not really here for it. I feel like if there's something that kind of, I don't want to say makes me lose my, that makes me just kind of like, seriously, is the oversharing, the telling all your business, conveniently forgetting that you told your business, and mad because people are discussing your business. There are a lot of people right now, some of you know, may not know, which you guys know this. We've just gone through a pandemic. There's a lot of people out here that have nothing to do. That might be you. That might be some of you in the bushes. Not a whole lot to do, right? And escape is a great way to kind of handle the loneliness and the despair, the loss that some people have endured from COVID. Um, and I mean, I'll tell you guys, I haven't even mentioned this. I mean, we went to a funeral a couple of weeks ago. We had a family member pass away of COVID. We had another family member who I felt like, I don't think they called it COVID, but he had pneumonia, COPD. He was only 43 years old. Um, so we've suffered some loss recently. We've had several deaths in the family due to COVID over the past 2 years. I don't want to say several. Let's just say maybe 3 or 4, which is plenty, right? Thank you, thank you, guys. I'm not a woe is cry for me channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't come on here and drop on you, because a lot of you are coming here because you're going through the same thing. And some of you are coming because you want to hear what I have to say, because sometimes I make you happy. Sometimes I make you think. Sometimes we just laugh and commune like friends, and it feels like maybe you're talking to some of your girlfriends on the phone, things like that. It's been a tremendous amount of solitude for a lot of people, and I get it. All of that being said, there's a lot of people who have no one to talk to, and it's obvious. It's Captain Obvi on the internet because they are sharing so much of their business. And you would think that when you work from home or you're at home all the time, that you have more time, to spend having girlfriend chats and things like that with your friends. Sometimes I almost feel like I have less because I am operating at such a high level right now because I have so much to do. I have so much I want to do in my house. Um, you would think, well, what do you have to do all day because you're home all day, right? That's what we say to Jasmine all the time, right? Well, because you're in your house all day, guess what? Your house gets, I feel like my house gets 2 times dirtier, 3 times dirtier. We're using more dishes. We're eating more food. I'm cooking more meals. I'm walking the traffic up and down the main tracks in the house are getting dirtier. So we have to shampoo carpets more often. We have all kinds of stuff to do, right? Because we are living more in our homes than we ever have. When we first moved in here, we were here about like what, 3-4 months when we first bought this house until the pandemic, right? And we were never home. Um, Farah and I would leave out, I don't know, 8 o'clock. Sometimes I wouldn't get home till 6, 7 o'clock, right? So the house was empty for 11 hours a day. Okay. So in theory, I am home all day, but I'm in my office. I'm working. I'm on meetings. I have all kinds of stuff I need to do. Hi, Mysterious. Hi, Mastermind. Um, Hold on one second, guys. I know some of you might be mods in some places. Still adding mods. And Fran, gosh, you have so many mods. I know, and that's okay. Because sometimes all of you can't be here. And sometimes I want to do members and mods, and that's just what I want to do. You know what I mean? So I don't mind having a lot of mods because I feel like that's just what I do, right? So And if I do notice that there are some people who I just have to do some auditing of my mod list. So any of you just coming in, some of you have been added. If you don't want to mod, it's okay. I like to have a sufficient amount of mods on deck, you know. As this channel grows, it will seem like less and less, trust me. We're just a very small community right now, so it might seem like everybody's a mod. Well, that's okay. That's okay. That is okay. It may seem like that, but I'm certainly everyone is not. Hold on. See me sharing. Should I have shared that? Is that oversharing? That might just be answering a question for somebody who might be in the wings and wants to know. And if I make you a mod over here and you're not a mod on Love Lies and Lacefronts, it's okay too. I've got 3 channels. And we're just gonna spread the love. Okay, this is a new channel. We're getting getting it set to where it needs to be. So that's it and that's all. Okay. But yeah, guys, it's really weird to me. Like the over excessive sharing and the run and hide your hands kind of tactics that we see. And I feel like it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I think it's very disingenuous. Like I said, we're going to talk about Keisha a little bit later. I actually, when I was sending out the notification, I need to go set that live up, but probably around 5 o'clock. I would say 4:30, 5 o'clock, because I want to get a move on to getting things started. We are going to go to Atlanta, and we're going to talk a little bit Atlanta. I do want to give a little update of what I've been seeing with Jayla. You know, I watch Jayla's channel, Missy, all of that. I heard through the grapevine that on Keisha's anti-bullying post that she meant that in the comments that Jayla was in there. So I need to go take a look at that. But I find that kind of strange. But look, if those two are back to being friends, good for them. That's great. I just see them as being very, very different. But if Jayla feels like she's been getting some bullying, the difference between Jayla and Keisha should take some lessons from Jayla. I love the way that Jayla is so unbothered. Now, whether Jayla is bothered or not in real life, I do not know. I don't know. I don't know if she's bothered. Now, the whole thing that happened over like Valentine's Day with her boyfriend, and she had like a sexy night planned, and she basically came on the next day and was like, plans got scrapped and whatever. And okay, guys, see you later. Then you come back the next vlog and she's like, okay, look, we had a very nice evening. I know I didn't show any of it, but here you go. Here's kind of what happened. She did the kind of like a voiceover, and she was basically sharing the Valentine's evening, but apparently something happened with those two. Maybe they got into an argument and things weren't like all together, and that was it. And she said, I guess I left you guys with the impression that nothing happened and that my boyfriend didn't do anything for me, but he did, and we had a nice time, and blah blah blah. And it's all in the editing, right? She came back to tell us that there was a problem, but there's a problem no more. We're having fun, and guys, we're gonna try on our Valentine's matching bathing suits and nighties. We did not go to Tulum like we planned. I don't know what happened with those two, but obviously something is happening. Oh, no problem, Wintress. No problem at all. Victoria, type something, honey. We don't know but did Jayla overshare? I don't know, any of you who are watching Jayla, did Jayla have to share that something was happening with her and her boyfriend to maybe to answer to the comment section, answer to the people? Did she overshare when she decided to not share Valentine's Day and everybody knew, like, Girl, what happened? I thought you guys were going to Tulum. You said at the beginning, should she have just scrapped the whole Valentine's video so that we really didn't know what had happened? Like, it's weird. You know, people want to share and disclose, but then they get mad when you talk about it. And then now you've got Keisha, who is outing. I mean, from what I understand, look, I'm not a huge expert on LGBT, okay? I do work in human resources, and I do know that fair and equitable is fair and equitable, right? And no matter what your own personal beliefs are, at the end of the day, you cannot coerce someone to give you information that they do not have to disclose, period. Now, the fact that she has a campaign against bullying, but you feel like it's appropriate to point fingers and identify someone's sexuality or gender, rather, is it's not even just person specific, whether it's Paris or anyone else. You don't really have a right to do that. And I'm so surprised as a woman who identified LGBT once upon a time as a lesbian, who now is heterosexual, would do such a thing. I find it so hypocritical. So I don't understand. I really don't. And so aside from that argument, the fact that you are doing so much and saying so much on this internet, how in the world do you have a right, or is it prudent to try to out someone for their gender? That's not appropriate. No matter how you feel about what they're doing, not doing, or what they've potentially, you say, done to you, it doesn't give you a right to out people. And that is bullying. That is bullying. I think it's weird. I think it's absolutely very, 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 very strange. So I don't know. I just think the telling too much information, like Olivia, for instance, talking about, let me find the slide, which I think I showed it yesterday. And it is partially to make a joke, but it's partially like, it's just the hypocrisy for me, hun, because why in the world, hold on. Yes, here we go. Let me take this comment off so you guys can see it. PSA, this was not 2 days ago. The day that I screenshot it, obviously, it was 2 days from whenever that was. So this was at least some weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. Olivia puts up a community post stating, PSA, public service announcement, and 6 exclamation marks. I'm going to be starting a nonprofit. Okay, let's park on that. I'm starting a nonprofit. Okay. Can I get an initial reaction on that? I'm starting a nonprofit, guys. Okay. You can't even run a lash business, a hair oil business. What? Excuse me? What? You can't even start a podcast and go 4 or 5 days in a row, but you're starting a nonprofit organization. Okay. The woman who should be working on getting your children back. BBG, what's going on, guys? What's going on, everyone? Good morning, BBG. How are you, hun? What? You shared so much that the fact that you are saying that you're going to start a nonprofit is a donkey move. Okay? You're starting a nonprofit to help women. Okay, let's stop there. You are the most anti-woman woman on the internet. You offer no support, no advice. And I don't mean support in dollars. I'm just talking about support as in humanity. You offer no guidance, support, intellect, maturity on this internet, but you want to start a nonprofit for women. Furthermore, a nonprofit for women who are suffering from abuse and toxic relationships that is your jam. Like, in my opinion, that's where you flourish, my dear. That's what you love. You love a good, non-toxic, abusive relationship. Because if you're not the one who, in your estimation, is being abused, you're doing the abusing. We witnessed you emasculate. We witnessed you lie. We witnessed you manipulate. We witnessed you do and say lots of different things to abuse people in your life. We've seen you taunt people for their skin color, their hair texture, their body, their complexion, their whatever they have that you don't. It's absolutely a joke that you would say you're starting a nonprofit, that you would talk about bullying, that you would speak out on anything until you clean your act up. She's better off setting up an abusive support group on Patreon instead of those vlogs. She hustled backwards. Absolutely, Life of Destiny. Absolutely. It's ridiculous. And you know what? Yesterday, we had Kim Postel. And at the end of the day, if Olivia feels that she has been redeemed, she has moved on, she's trying to put certain things in the past. At the end of the day, is there a point where you have done too much to make people forget? Is it possible to rebrand a nightmare? Is it possible to shift you guys' impression of the nightmare? When you guys are sitting at home looking on your tablets, watching on the big TV, seeing the shit show, and remembering what has happened, remember just like the dumpster fire, basically, of nonsense that some of these people have put on. Keisha with the talking too much, emasculating, disrespecting her relationship by talking about the disrespect in your relationship. There's one thing of having disrespect in your relationship and talking about it and wanting to share with your audience what you have been through, how hard it's been, what your plight has been, what your solutions are. But Keisha does not waste an opportunity to throw Jeremy up under the bus for having a kid outside of their relationship. She does not waste an opportunity. If there is a chance for her to speak on it, girl, she gonna speak on it. Guys, if you're in the bushes right now, go ahead, hit the like button. If you want to join the chat, don't forget you need to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. My chats are subscriber only, here, there, and everywhere. Good morning, Latoy. Good morning to everyone coming in. Mo Love, how are you? Good morning to everyone, guys. I appreciate all of you coming in. Thank you for hitting on that notification and coming through and joining us over here. You know, I think there's some important conversations that we can have over here that don't include a specific reaction to a video. Hey, wife. Good morning, hon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So just keep that in mind. You know, we can have some different conversations and go into a deeper dive. I just feel like, look, people can change their mind. People change, people evolve, people have different experiences, and what's happening today may not necessarily be the case for tomorrow. But at the end of the day, when you are on this social media and you make a habit out of giving your opinion, like today, one of the videos I want to talk about that Keisha put up last week, I'm telling you, this girl was talking her ass off. She could not stop. And it was almost alarming to me, to the point that she just was like, she was just going. Oh, hey. She was just going. It was absolutely ridiculous. Let me get back to my other view. Hey, guys. You know, it was ridiculous. And I'm like, girl, if I were you, I would erase that post even though it's not going to be erased because people have reposted it, people have played it, people are talking about it, and I definitely want to talk about that post more this afternoon when we go to Camel Toe Estates and see what's going on with the construction, the renovation, all of the things, the budget, all of the things that we talked about, all of the things that Keisha is now articulating that I was a big hater for saying. Guys, is it okay to say that someone has a budget? I mean, we watch millionaires all the time building homes, and there's a budget, there's a cap. There is someone who is writing the checks and says, after this, like that's like we could spend so much money, but we're not. We're not, because it's not smart, it's not a good investment, or this isn't our forever home. We just need, this is what we need, this is what we don't need, this is what we're going to have, this is what we're not going to have. Whatever the case might be, understand that on social media, especially if you participate in social media, you are active in social media, somebody is going to call you on your bullshit. Is that not true? We have a whole sector of people that like to call out the bullshit, right? So aside from commentary, there's the beef sector, whatever sector you want to call it, that will just like, okay, the computer's like, no, thank you for, girl, the sound effects are now doing themselves. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just absolutely, look, so I guess this is it. If you change your mind on something, I think it's really important at a certain point to say, you know what, I've had a change of heart. Or I give zero fucks on this topic. You know what I'm saying? Like I see stuff happening on the YouTube streets. I don't jump into everything. I don't jump into almost anything. I mind my business and I like to stay in my own lane. I feel like to be successful in YouTube, you need to what? Stay in your own lane. If someone picks a fight, let them have that fight and be in that fight. You can support them and whatever, but getting into it with that person or for someone, it's just going to cause you a lot of problems. And I think my best advice to anyone is mind your damn business and stay in your lane. If you need to support someone and you want to show support and you want to show, I'm there, sis, I'm going to be there for you. It's a lot when people show up right here in this chat. It's a lot when people show up in the comment section. It means something, right? It means something. Doesn't mean that being in the bushes doesn't mean something. Being in the bushes means that you're supporting me in a different way. You're watching my content. You're vibing with me. And that's okay too, whether you agree or disagree, right? At a certain point, sometimes you have to have the wherewithal, the maturity, and the prudence to shut the fuck up, right? What happened with me and Strong Mommy Chrissy last week? Could I have fought that fight all week? Could I have just done a Jasmine and tried to find different angles to be relevant? I resumed my regular content. I didn't need, this woman is clearly going through something, and I am mature enough and a decent enough person to know that, you know what? Winning in this argument is going to make me a loser. You know why? Because winning in this argument is me really having to degrade someone just to be right. And I never have to degrade anyone to be right. At the end of the day, if I know that I'm standing on in the right place, I don't have to degrade anyone to do that. I just don't. I just don't. Never have, never will. Okay. When I know I'm right, I know I'm right. I don't have to degrade. I don't have to further degrade someone to stress a point. Okay. There's no winning in that. To me, that's actually losing. Sometimes it's just shut the fuck up, move on. You can't, that one can't move on. You move on. Because if you want to, like, oh, they keep coming for me. They keep saying this. They keep saying, girl, I have a whole life. You know what I'm saying? Are there things that I could say about things? Are there situations I could talk further about? Absolutely. Let me see what it looks like if I turn this light off. Nothing. Okay. Okay. Are there things that I could talk about? Of course. But I don't. Why? Because it's not relevant. Sometimes you have to hold up, sometimes hold up, sometimes shut up. And then of course there's going to be times where you have to stand up, right? And I keep hearing about this bullying campaign, and I'm just here to call bullshit. There is nothing wrong with having an anti-bullying campaign. But to me, you have to not be engaging in the fuckery and the bullying yourself. And I'm kind of just going to leave that right there. Because if you are participating in the fuck shit and you are going to be perceived as a bully yourself, and or you do the most stupid shit, and then you want to be mad because you know you have commentary that's done on you and people talk about your fuck shit, foolishness, and stupidness, how are we supposed to be mad at that? How are you supposed to be mad, and how are you supposed to expect people to support you? It's just weird, guys, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I really didn't want to react specific to a video because I'm going to do that a little bit later on, and we're going to do that on Love Lies and Lacefronts, and we are going to get caught up on what is going on over there by Keisha, because there's a lot. You know, Keisha is involved in Keisha, as far as I know, she's always talking about the law and something legal. We know this, right? And you know, if she's not talking about the law and something legal, she's talking about something that was done wrong to her. So I saw 3 videos back to back yesterday, and that was the crux of what I saw. And along with her bargain discount shopping for tile and shiplap. And guys, if she says scones one more time, does anyone know the difference between a scone and a sconce? She says that she's going to put scones on the wall. Oh, okay. So you're going to put British breakfast biscuits on your wall? It's not a scone, dear. It's a sconce. There's a whole C in there. But she's in her videos talking about sconces, but she says scones. What is wrong with this woman? What is wrong with her? She is a complete nincompoop. She is a nincompoop. And did we catch the sticker shock when the contractor told her how much it was going to cost for the center island? Girl, turns out you got champagne taste on a wine cooler budget, and that's okay. A lot of us do. Even if you got some coins to rub together, girl, I'm telling you, I'm going in with a budget. Okay? There is no way that I'm going to be like, get the Carrera. No. No, 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 no. I love nice things. Let me tell you, I do. But I am not spending $5,000 on a slab of marble. I'm just not. I'm not. Now, someone else, if you've got $50,000 to make over a kitchen, it's called a pot filler, Keisha. If you want a faucet over your stove to make the pasta, you want to add plumbing, you want someone who's going to tell you that the cabinets that you have need to potentially be ripped out because the water's on the other side. It depends on where the water is. If you've got water on that wall, you can feed a pipe and get it up, but you're going to have to come behind the wall. If water is on the other side, we don't know where the sink is. If the sink is over there by where the refrigerator is, because they've got water that does the ice machine and all that stuff, like, this is a major project she's doing. She had cabinets where the refrigerator is going to be. So where the refrigerator was is probably where there's some water, and maybe there's a sink there. I'm not sure. We'd have to go back and look. So I'll do that I'll look at a video when she gave us the house tour and see where the sink is, because wherever the water is, that's where you're going to more than likely be able to put a pot, you know, a pot filler, a pot sink, whatever, a pot, what they call it, a pot filler, right? Let me see. A pasta pot. Hold on. A pot filler faucet. Okay. Um, boom. Um, you're going to have major plumbing up under the floor. And if I saw correctly, did she rip those wood floors up? Did she rip up oak floors? I know it looks like they took off the laminate, but did they take those oak floors up? Did you just rip out $20,000 of flooring? Because now you're doing tile. Let me tell you something. I've got tile. I've got actual porcelain tile in like a rough gritty porcelain tile in our kitchen. Girl, don't go in there after we've spick and span the floors. You will fall and bust your fucking ass, pop your tailbone, or lose a tooth, okay? Like, it's slip and slide, and I mean for real though, okay? Girl. And she wanted to get the shiny marble. That's not modern farmhouse, boo-boo. That is Tony Montana, Miami, okay? Shiny marble is Miami modern all day. Wood, rustic is modern farmhouse. Rustic, minimal, modern, that's all modern farmhouse all day. Elements, wood elements, and minimal. White. Girl, I don't know what they're doing over there. She's doing a combination of everything she sees that she likes. She's doing shiplap. Have fun with that. Shiplap is okay. There's nothing wrong with shiplap, but have fun with it. Because every style does not look good in every home. Okay, it's not for everybody. Hi, Life in New York. How are you, hun? Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us over here. I know we are just talking and gossiping about everyone today because I give two fucks. Okay. Anyway, yeah, there's just so much going on. So we're going to talk about it. And what else are we going to talk about? I do want to talk a little bit about Jayla house shopping. Jayla went to go visit some beautiful condos. Now she's not sure if she wants a house. She's got the new boyfriend. He seems like he was a little bit shy, not so shy. We're not really sure what's going on with that. I don't know. I'm sure there's talk. I probably need to go hit her comments to see what people are saying. But she asked us very nicely to take it easy on him. And he seems nice. He doesn't seem like he's trying to be all up in the camera, which to me is always a sign of some fugazery, like that guy that I think that may have been sexually fluid that she was dating in New York 2 years ago, which he was weird and ugly. The guy who went and did the videos on her. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you watch Jayla, I've got some Jayla and Missy videos around when they fell out all up in my, just go to my main page on Love Lies and Lacefronts and you can get caught up with this clown. But yeah, he's not trying to be all up in the camera like that guy. And then did you notice, which I know she covered it up a long time ago, but remember when she was dating that guy and they were in Miami and they got matching tattoos over here and then she got it covered up? Jayla has had her sets of misfortune, but with Jayla's very quiet about what she has going on. Jayla is very kind of, she'll let you know, not know. She tries to keep her business and she tries to keep it very professional and to herself, and that is smart. Okay. Girl, I saw Missy Lynn and Wendell out shopping over this weekend. Okay. I tried to watch a Latoya Forever video and I just was like, girl, if you guys are watching Trophy Douglas, you are now in love with Trophy. I actually sent Trophy an email to see if she would come and talk to us at Love Lies and Lace Fronts. Trophy Douglas, if you're not watching her, she is on these YouTube. She's a mommy. She's got 2 boys. She recently broke up with her, I don't I don't think that's her husband. Maybe it's just her boyfriend, her longtime partner, let's just say. And she's moving on. And I like her. Mercy Gono is moving on. She bought a investment. These are like all the channels I watch, guys. So, what else was interesting? But these are also some people that share, like, for instance, let's take Trophy, for instance, right? Trophy broke up with her boyfriend, right? Or fiance. I'm not sure what he was, but he was a serious partner. They were living together. They had 2 kids, right? She said that they've been broken up for a minute. Things hadn't been right, but they finally called it quits, right? Anyway, long story short, she said that they are in a very good co-parenting situation, and she was not going to talk about the circumstances revolving around her breakup. And she didn't. Just like last week when I showed you something on J. Morrell Stewart, right? And she said she had a very traumatic birth with her last son. And I think also Sarah from Tribe of Many talked about not so much of a traumatic birth, but she's just tired of being tired. She's got 11 kids now. She's in her 40s. She has basically devoted most of her adult life as a woman and her marriage to birthing children for Solo, which Solo, let him tell it, he'd had enough a long time ago, but obviously they love their kids, right? But she said she was tired of being tired. Jay Morrell didn't want to talk about a situation that brings her pain because she doesn't want to discuss down into the comment section, and she doesn't want to have to discuss it, and she doesn't want y'all discussing it, and she doesn't want anyone to know about it, okay? Trophy said, yeah, y'all not going to drag my baby daddy, right? So guess what? They talked about it enough, and they're letting it go. They're not talking about it. Peyton, you guys know I love me some Peyton. Peyton talks about, Kyron not being there. She misses her daughter. I think she has addressed the elephant in the room of why her daughter doesn't live there. And honestly, I'm just going to be honest. I felt like the story was a little fugazi, that her husband was divorcing her. There was some stuff that she did not know about when it was happening. But, girl, she don't miss a maintenance appointment. And, I love Peyton. If you don't know Peyton Marie Charles, I love her videos. I love how she edits. She's a great editor. She really is a great editor. And her style is very slick. And, as far as her personal style aesthetic, I think she's super cute and she's enjoying her life and she keeps it grown and sexy. And, if I were single and I were her age, if I were 39 and I had a YouTube channel and I was making money and I was able to quit my job as a project manager and get my body right, tight, and travel and do all the things and open up almost every vlog with a chocolate martini, I would. I absolutely would. I enjoy her videos. I think she is enjoying her life and doing her thing. Is everything she's doing stuff that is going to make her absolutely happy? Is that the case for any of us? I don't know. I think Terrell loves his boys and she discusses nothing. Absolutely. Yeah, I think she just said we have a great co-parenting relationship. Basically what she says, we have a great co-parenting. I'm talking about Trophy here. We have a great co-parenting relationship and that's the boy's father and that's where she's leaving it and that's it. And she's just moving on with her life. She's not talking about it. Which I respect that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And Peyton the same. She's got a child to think of. So no matter how she feels about the situation, whether she's happy about the situation or not happy about the situation, because she has to probably deal with other people who whatever the situation is, she's leaving it that situation and she's not going too far with it, right? And I respect that. If somebody wants to drag their mess into the gutter and leave it for us to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. Guys, this is what you're saying in the poll this morning. If you share too much, whose fault is it? Okay, the choices were theirs for talking, yours for sharing, and social media for allowing. Guys, 1% of you said social media for allowing. At the end of the day, we should have maturity, discernment, and some class, right? Social media is a vehicle. Social media is a tool. Social media is a device. Social media only lives and breathes because we live and breathe, right? Facebook, YouTube don't make social media, or Instagram, TikTok, whatever, don't make social media evil. We make social media evil or good or great or fun or not fun, right? Social media gives the opportunity to make these things happen, but to me, me personally, my argument is I don't feel like social media has any power over what happens with social media, other than their main thing is that you come and consume it so they can sell advertising, so they can make billions of dollars. That's all it is. Social media is a vehicle for people to be able to share their thoughts, opinions, their media, their photos, their videos, whatever the case might be, their blogs, all of that. And people to sell advertising, right? That's really what it all boils down to. Social media, it's not social media's fault. If we did not have, you know where it would be happening? On the phone. It would be happening on the phone, and it would be just happening with your own little cluster of people that you know. And maybe, but I was thinking the other day about how years ago, this is well over 10 years ago, it could have been even when I was still pregnant with Farah. I used to watch The Bachelor a lot, and Bachelorette, and the Bachelor Nation, right? I used to be in the Facebook group, and we would all be watching. You could almost kind of be in there for 2-3 hours as it's playing on the East Coast, Central Time, Mountain Time, and to LA, right? And you could just, the chat would be like, oh my God, do you really believe she wore that? Oh my God, can you believe he said that? Oh my God, they're so silly. Oh, she's not going to get picked. She's not going to have a rose. We would be live chatting while The Bachelor was on TV, right? And people were just in the Facebook group chatting about it, right? This is nothing new. What's going on here in these chat rooms, in these premieres, in this live chat right now, any of this stuff, right? This is nothing new. Social media only gives the opportunity. We make the shit pop, okay? And it's either going to pop in a positive way or a negative way. Power is in taking accountability for your actions. Absolutely. Good morning, S. Wiseman. How are you, boo-boo? Good morning to everyone, okay? Let's see. So the next 31% of you said theirs for talking. And I agree with that. Absolutely. If you're going to put your shit out on the street, understand that we are going to talk about it. If you share too much, it's theirs for talking about it, yours for sharing. Okay. Your fault for sharing it. Okay. I guess I should have said theirs for talking too much, yours for sharing. I should have said ours for discussing it, or commentary. I'm going to redo that poll. And post it again. Because theirs, in terms of the people who are sharing too much, and I should have said ours for either sharing it or doing commentary, something like that. So that one probably wasn't very clear. I'm going to reword that poll and I'll post it. Okay. And maybe we can vote again. Yours for sharing. So really, I guess, sharing it and talking about it are kind of the same thing. So basically we are, I don't want to say we're blaming the victim. We are blaming the person who shared, who made themselves into a victim, who basically threw a rock, hid their hand, and expected nobody to say, why is this rock sitting here? Who threw that rock? Who threw that rock? Why is this rock out here in the middle of the road? Okay. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys all for joining me. I hate no one called in, but that is okay. I know a lot of you are on your way to work, doing things with the fam, all of that. If you watch this on the replay, don't forget to comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. Later this afternoon, join me over at Love Lies and Lacefronts, because we are going to Camel Toe Estates and we are going to talk all things renovation. We are going to share our opinions. I'm going to share the lines again, and you guys call in and tell me what you think. about what she is doing and what she is saying, that she is being bullied. And I think she's not. Okay. I think she is not. Even if Keisha is being bullied, at the end of the day, nobody is really here for your bullying argument when you are sitting trying to out someone's gender. It's just not. Guys, and if I were sitting here with a whole penis between my legs and I'm telling you I'm a woman and I'm a mom, like, that's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing I would have to account for is if I felt like I was being called out as a lie, right? I don't know. I don't feel like it's anyone's business. Like, it's one thing to say, "Oh, you're in a sham of a relationship," or this, that, and the third. What someone has between their legs is really their business. I mean, at a certain point, we do kind of have to draw the line. I'm certainly not a anything goes person. I'm just not. For as much of free speech as I want, I just don't believe in witch hunts, and I don't believe in harassing people to have to tell their private business. If, like, for instance, Strong Mommy Chrissy wants to tell us how she lost her tooth, let Strong Mommy Chrissy tell us how she lost her tooth. If Strong Mommy Chrissy wants to tell us, was that protection order put in place against you and Rod, or someone in your house and Rod, or someone in the vicinity and Rod, if you want to tell us the story, go ahead. It's no one person's, no one should harass her to tell her story. We can tell her we want to hear it. We can ask her to tell us. We cannot twist her arm to tell us what happened on that day, right? If Olivia doesn't want to show her belly, is it the right thing to do to harass a pregnant woman to show us her pregnant belly? Even though we know she's full of shit and she lies a lot, if she's really pregnant, we're going to see the baby eventually, right? That's why I'm kind of cool with it. I'm like, you know what? She's pregnant. She's pregnant. She's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. I don't even care. You know what I mean? I don't care enough. Whether she's pregnant, girl, you're the one who's going to have to own up for that. You're the one who's going to have to account for that. It's not I. Okay? It's not I who has to account for that. That's all you, boo-boo. You are the one who's going to have to account for you changing your content and you trying to gaslight your audience. That's all you, boo. Okay? So anyway, guys, great conversation this morning. Thank you for joining me. I think we're going to do something else later this week, a little more fun. There is a video I do want to react to. It's actually from the men's. I'm thinking he's probably in the relationship sector, but this guy did a video on how to be able to tell that a guy is not interested. And I think it's somewhat of a PSA from me to some of the ladies out here that seem to not get it when a guy is not interested. I know it's not a wonderful thing. I know it can hurt it's better to know than to be out here looking stupid and fugazi. Okay. I'm just saying, it just absolutely is. Okay. Thank you for everyone who came in this morning. You guys are awesome and amazing, and I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out or on your way in. If you've gotten to this point in the video and you're on the replay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And join us next time. Set your notifications so you can be notified the next time I go live. And guys, I'm going to have to work on some intros specific for this channel. But right now, this is what we're working with. Okay. Take care. Have a great day, guys. Bye, Bougie Gang. Bye. See you later.